Hello, good morning. So 1 minute to start our class. So, do you like rain? You guys like rain? No. Do you prefer winter or summer? Huh? Winter. Me too. I love winter, especially snow. But I don't see snow for a long time. Did it snow here on January? You're not here in January, right? Because January I went back to Brazil, so I wasn't here. But last year, 2 years ago, we had 1 day of snow. It was really nice. Oh, that's the bell? Yeah, so okay. So let's start. So I will do the attendance. While I will do the attendance, I want you to find out where your video for the presentation is. So I'll do the attendance, I'll let you find out the video, and then you show me in yourself, oh, my video is here. Just to see if you understand last class. Because I want to know if you know where you can find your video. Okay? So I'll do the attendance. While I do the attendance, you have the time to look for your video, okay? And then I will stop, and then I finish the attendance. Okay, where is your video? I'm going to show yourself, oh, my video is here. In this page, you can download it here. You can show me in your cell phone. Is that okay? Do you understand? You guys understand? For example, let's say I am student number 41. Okay? So I will tell you where the video 41 is. So I'm going to go there. Okay? Next is a little bit slow. Okay. My phone is very slow. It's a very old phone. You guess how many years do I have my? Okay, I had this phone for 7 years. Okay, video 41 here. Okay, 41. Okay, there we go. So for example, here is video 41. Two videos, 41, 41. If I am student 41, I have to do video 41. You want to see it? So here's the video, 41, 41. Right? 41, 41. So when I finish attendance, okay, what's your number? 3. Okay, show me where the video 3 is. Do you understand? Okay? Because you cannot do the preparation for the presentation if you don't know where your video is, right? Okay? So while I'm doing the attendance, try to find out where your video is. Okay? Okay. All right. Your number? I didn't start it. I started. Okay. All right. So. Okay, number 1. There. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Last 4 days. 15. 15. 16. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 27, nope, 28, 29, 30, 30, no, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4 students missing. 14, 27, 29, and 30. Okay, where is it? Okay, so let's try to do this. So, what's your number? Where is your video? Can you show me? Did anyone here find out? Do you know where your video? What's your number? Huh? Do you know where your video is? Where is the difference? Can you show me? Here? Can you show me? You guys need to show me where your video. Start looking where your video is showing in your phone. Because if you don't know where is your video, you cannot do the preparation for the final exam. You guys know where is your video? What's your number? 5. Where is video number 5? Where? Okay, for example, go to your WeChat class group. There's a message, many links, right? So click in the Click, okay. So link, for example, file exam, link 02A. Click there. Click 02A. For example, what's your number? 25. Okay. So let's go over. Okay, for example, click here, menu, courses. Here, alright, video, this is one here. Click there. Okay. 25, right? So video 20 to 35. Yeah, click there. So your video is gonna be here. Video 25. See 25, two videos, right? Sorry. No, this is a one. Go to here. Go back. Okay, there we go, right? So video 25. Okay, next class, I will do this again. I need you to show me where is your video. Do you need help? Do you need another explanation? Go to the link, right? Open my website account, and then you can click in the menu above courses, and then you're gonna find this course here. Then you're going to find this course here, click in the course, right? And then scroll down, there's video 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40. So see your number, click there, there's your video. Okay, next class, I will ask you again, show me where is your video in the cell phone. Okay? I will ask you again, because do you need any help? Do you understand? You guys understand? Yes? Okay. It's important because you cannot prepare for the final exam if you don't know where is your video. Okay? Okay, so next class we talk about this one here, right? How to study. So let me open this here. So do you remember this class here? Do you guys remember? Like how to study? Do you remember? Okay. Can you tell me anything that you have to do to improve your study? Anyone? We have several things, many things that you can do to study better. Can you tell me anything that you can do to improve your study habits? Anyone? Huh? What?
Read.
Huh? You need practice. Yes, if you say yes, practice, that's something that you can do to improve your English. But speak louder is not it. But if you mean practice, that's okay. Okay, anything else? For example, our class was 2 days ago, right? It was Wednesday. Did anyone review anything yesterday? Remember, to study, improve study, right? Now, how to study better? You need to review, right? Not on the same day, so you will have the lesson on Wednesday. Maybe you should review yesterday, right? So that's how you fix the knowledge. Okay? For example, let me review. Review is very easy, very fast. Let's go, for example, for the last slide. This is the summary, right? So here are the things that you should be doing to get your study better. Okay, there you go. Find ways to practice, right? Maybe what he said is correct. Speak louder. Find friends. Practice your English. First one. Second one, practice. Again, practice means repetition. So you have the lesson Wednesday, maybe you reviewed yesterday, right? Today I'm reviewing you again, so 1, 2, 3 times. You are much more likely to remember this lesson because if you have on Wednesday, you review on Tuesday, and now the teacher is reviewing you again 3 times, and then you're going to do maybe Monday again. So now, okay, you don't need it even to study for the test. You remember, it's there in your mind, right? Okay, use Pomodoro technique. What is the Pomodoro technique? Who can remember? What is the Pomodoro technique? Anyone? What is the Pomodoro technique? Huh? Anyone? Anyone? Study hard for 25 minutes, take a break. That's the Pomodoro technique, right? So study hard, no interruptions, focus mode. And then take a break, relax. That's the Pomodoro technique. Okay, enjoy the process, not the product. And then number 5, sleep well and enough. Because when you're sleeping, your brain is cleansed, right? A lot of toxins. Now you sleep, you wake up, your brain is clear, clean, fresh. And last one is exercise regularly. That's the best thing that you can do for your brain. It prevents the neurons to die. And neurons is the connections in your brain. This is how you learn. All right, very important lesson. So you're not doing, right? So maybe you should review one more time, let's say Monday. All right, very easy. All right. So let's close this one. I have a, okay, so here, teach you this lesson here. You remember this? Because you're my students from previous years. So did I ever teach you this lesson? Do you remember? Anyone remembers this lesson? Maybe I think I did not teach you. I just want to teach you again. If I did teach you, I will skip it. Anyone remember this lesson? No? So I will teach you another short lesson before I start using your book, okay? So this is going to be an experiment. So let's, okay, improving your thinking skills. This is a kind of a part 2, right? So last class we talked about how to study better. Now, how to improve your thinking, right? How to use better your brain, right? How to have a good memory, right? So learn about the brain, improve your ability to remember. Who wants to improve the ability to remember? So you study and you remember. Oh, that's amazing, right? This is a very good trick. So to do good in tests. Do you guys want to do this? So improve your ability to remember and practice thinking creatively. Okay, maybe for you all, this is my favorite, right? So remember things. I read the book, I study the vocabulary, and now I remember. Oh, I will do very well in tests. Okay, so let's see what can you do. All right. So have you ever done poorly on exam because you had a cold, maybe you're sick, have a cold. So you're not well when you take the exam, you do poorly because you're sick, right? So have you ever been unable to solve a problem because you were too anxious about it? So maybe when you're taking a test, you become nervous. You start forgetting things because you're nervous. These common experiences show that your ability to think is affected by your physical and emotional well-being. So you don't remember as much when you're sick, right? When you feel good about ourselves, both emotionally and physically, our ability to think improves. If we understand how the brain works, we can sharpen our thinking skills. So let's understand how our brain works. So the brain is made of billions of tiny cells called neurons. Network of neurons provide communication pathway through the brain. Chemicals called neurotransmitters pass from one neuron to another, activating electrical impulses. The activation of a particular group of neurons produces a perception, feeling, thought, or memory. So when you learn something new, you are making new connections among your neurons. So last class, I showed a picture of the brain, right? So I showed some patterns, right? So pattern is the knowledge. So you learn something new, you form a pattern. So the neurons are connecting. So this is how your memory, you're forming new memories, right? So that's the explanation. So when the neurons make a connection, they make a path. So you repeat, the connection becomes stronger. That's a long-term memory. All right, remembering. So one of the most basic functions of the brain is to remember. Without memory, other learning and thinking skills would be impossible. Imagine trying to solve a problem if you couldn't even remember what it was. So before you can remember anything, you have to perceive. So for example, we can see things, we can hear, we can smell, we can touch, right? We can taste. So these are perception, right? So for example, when you study from the reading, right, text, learning something, so you have to perceive it first, and then it goes to your brain, working memory. Now you have to, so you can really learn it, right? So that means you must see, hear, smell, or become aware of it through some other senses. Okay, so the information is here, right? In a book or in a TV, or for example, how do you know this thing is hot? Because you have touched, oh, it's hot, right? So you receive information through sight, through hearing, through touch, through taste, or smell. And then you process the information, right? Process is sensory memory. So here, you can forget it, right? So you touch, oh, it's hot, okay, now you'll forget about it. The second one is a process used short terms. Now it's in short term. If you don't repeat it, you're gonna forget it. We saw this last class, right? Repetition is how you make the pattern strength, and you don't forget it. So now you need to do a process to store in the long-term memory. This is how when you learn, you fix it, you learn it. So the three stages of memory are sensory memory, short-term memory, and long-term memory. Our five senses perceive information from our environment, which is processed in the sensory memory. Only the important information is sent to the short-term memory. There is a process, this is processed and used. Then the information is either forgotten or sent to long-term memory for storage. So when the information is needed, if it is retrieved for a long-term memory, it can be found. So your memory, so your brain do a triage. So you receive a lot of information, right? So today the weather is rainy, so you have a boring English class. So tomorrow you don't remember everything. Tomorrow, is it raining yesterday? You don't know, right? Because your brain selects what is going to go to store. Right? For example, you're only going to remember things that your brain select to store. Right? So if they don't store in the long-term memory, you don't remember. You don't remember what's happening, right? So if you can, for example, if you store in the long-term memory, maybe you can find it. That's a good thing. So for example, you want your knowledge, right? You're learning today new words. Oh, you want to go to the long-term memory because in the test they going to retrieve it and have a good grade. Okay. So repetition is an effective way to improve short-term memory. Going over something again and again in your head, or even better out loud, will help you remember. So the remember, and that's why I see a lot of it. For example, you know those readers here? A lot of my students, they're kind of sitting in the stairs, reading out loud, repeating, right? So they're kind of trying to work the information from the short-term memory, trying to repeat so they won't forget. So this is important. But remember something that we learned from last class. If you repeat on the same day, not good. You have to repeat many days, right? Go to sleep, right? So the brick wall gets dry, it becomes a good foundation. So it's not good to study everything at once in the same day. So repetition is important. But take a break, repeat. Take a break or go to sleep, next day repeat, right? Okay, organization. Organizing material can help both short-term and long-term memory. To help you keep something in short-term memory, you can organize into 7 or fewer chunks. A grocery list of 20 items, for instance, can be chunked into produce, dairy, jelly, meats, packaged foods, paper products, and clearing products. What they're saying here is there is always a technique, right? Do things better. For example, if you have to remember 20 things, okay, maybe it's too hard to remember, but if you select, oh, these are vegetables and these are electronics, so you separate in categories. Now it's easier to remember which one is what. For example, 10 items is vegetables, the other 10 is electronics. Instead of scramble them together and try to remember, so maybe you separate them, it's easy to remember, right? So that's what they're telling. So there are some techniques to help your brain remember. So we're going to go over a few techniques today. Okay. You guys have heard about mnemonics? So mnemonics is a technique. I remember when I was, I don't know, maybe 10 years of age. Maybe I was in the 4th grade. About the planets. And the teacher told us, so you need to remember the order of the planet. So there will be a question in the final exam that you tell me what are the planets in order. So the teacher said, oh, you need to remember this information because there will be on the test. So I was trying to study, right? To remember what's the first planet. You guys know? Sun, in the middle, right? The sun, and then what's the next planet? For example, this is how I memorize. This is how I memorize the planets, okay? So for example, I memorize this word here. So, MVT majusca unetu. MVT majusca unetu. I was repeating, MVT majusca unetu, MVT majusca unetu, MVT majusca unetu. Okay, Mercury. V, Venus. T. T is in Portuguese, okay? So let's put it right. So V, Mercury. V, Venus. So T is in Portuguese, okay? So terra means earth, okay? So earth, terra. And then Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. So when it comes to the test day, oh, I nailed. I remember everything, I got 10. I remember everything. Very easy. Because of this technique. Have you ever used this technique? Is it a good technique? It saved my ass when I was it's a good technique. It made me make me do right in the test day. Okay, now I want to do another experiment. So I got it right on the test day because I memorized this. Okay. All right. So let's do an experiment. Next slide is 20 words. I will show these 20 words for 1 minute. So try to memorize it. And then I will ask, oh, what's the word number 1? What's the word number 2? Can you tell me all the 20 items? Okay? Can we do this? So for example, I will try to memorize it too. And then we can see who memorized it. I will show you for 1 minute, okay? So I use my phone here to mark 1 minute. So you can see the words for 1 minute. Try to memorize it, 1 to 20. They're objects. For example, the first word is land. Okay, the other one is desk. So try to memorize it. I will show you for 1 minute only, okay? Okay? Can I show you? Okay? Are you ready? Huh? So stop doing what you're doing. You're going to pay attention to the screen. I will show you 20 words. Try to remember. Word number 1 is this one. Word number 2 is this. So after 1 minute, I'm going to change the slide and ask you, what's the word number 10? What's the word number 15? Okay? Are you ready? Huh? Huh? Okay, let's start. Let's see. Let's see if you have good memory. Okay? Are you ready? Can I show you? Okay. So I'll show you. So I'll put here 1 minute. Start. 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute, right? So word number 1, 2, 3, right? 11, 12. So let's go back here. Who can tell me the 20 words in order? Word number 1, 2, 3. Who can tell me? You want to try? Who wants to try? Who wants to try? Nobody? You want to try? Just for fun. You don't have to get it right. You want to try? Okay, try. First word. 3. Okay, hard time. Okay, you want to try? Number 1. 3. Choose. No. Okay. Anyone else wants to try? You want to try? Number 1. Okay, good. Better than the other two. Okay, 3. Okay, good. Okay, only 3 words. Anyone else here? Do you want to try? Anyone? Okay, what's word number 10? What's word 15? Anyone? For example, I'm not looking, okay? Number 1, 3. 2, light switch. 3, stool. 4, car. 5, glove. 6, gun. 7, dice. 8, skate. 9, cat. 10, bowling, right? 11, goal post. 12, dozen. Egg. So 13, witch. 14, goat. 15, green. Huh? Green, yes. But it's related, right? Goat, ring, right? For example, the ring, golden ring, right? You can marry, put a gold ring. Okay, it's related. Okay, 15 voting booth, payday, payday. So you took a picture, right? You took a picture? Oh, that's cheating. That's cheating. I didn't take a picture. I'm telling you by memory, right? So 16 candies, 17 magazine, 18 voting booth, 19 golf, right? Voting golf. 19 is a golf, right? 20 pack of cigarettes. Okay, now let's do scramble. What's the word 10? Bowling. What's the word 8? Skate. What's the word 5? Walk. What's the word 2? Light switch. What's the word 18? Voting booth. What's the word 15? Payday. So how can I do it and you don't? I'm older, 54. God, my gosh, you're 20, right? Your memory should be better than mine, right? So how can I do it and you don't? How? Would this kind of memory help you in the test day? If you have this memory, would you do better in tests? Would you? For example, teacher, you memorized yesterday, you have the whole day to do it. Oh. So okay, I'll be honest with you, okay? I memorized this maybe 30 years ago. And I memorized it only once. And I remember until today. How good is that? Okay, I will show you the technique, okay? I will show you. Okay, let's for example, can you see any resemblance? Number one, right? It looks like a tree, right? So it looks like a tree, right? Very easy to remember. Now, for example, now I close my mind and see a picture of a tree. So it's much easier to remember a picture than to remember a word. So I close my eye and picture a tree. Okay, so when you say number one, it looks like a tree. Oh, tree. Okay, so tree is done. Okay, number two. Like a switch. Only two positions, right? On and off. Only two positions. So number two, right? Only two, on and off. Right? Easy. Number three, a stool. For example, this one has 4 legs, but there are many stools only with 3 legs, like that one, right? So 3 legs. So a stool. 4. How does a car have? 4, right? Easy. 4 car. How many fingers a glove has? 5, right? 5. Okay. Gun. For example, this gun here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 7 dice. I don't know, if you're American, you will understand this one. So there's a game in casino, 7 is the lucky number, right? So 7 dice. If you play a casino game, 7 is a lucky number, so it's easy to remember. If you're an American, you understand this one. Okay. 8, skate. They rhyme. Skate, 8, right? They rhyme together. 9 cats. How many of you believe the cat has 9 lives? Is that a thing here? In my country, people believe, oh, cat has 9 lives. The United States, the same. Is it the same here, China? Do you believe cat has 9 lives? So cat, 9. I get this one wrong, right? I didn't say this one? Okay. Alright, 10. Bowling, right? So why? Because the bowling has 10 pins, right? 11, goal post. So it looks like a goal, right? 1 here, 1 here, right? Like a goal post. Right? Okay, 12 eggs. I said dozen, right? Remember, when I was trying to remember, I said dozen. But okay, then it's not dozen, it's eggs, right? So 12, because you sell, for example, in my country, we sell eggs like this, in a dozen. So here, do they sell here in China? No, maybe they sell in the bag, right? So maybe it's not a thing. But in my country, we sell eggs very normal, like everywhere like this. There's a box with 12, so we call a dozen. Okay, 13 switch. So in my country, in the United States, the 13 is a bad luck number, right? So you can maybe relate it to bad luck with the Halloween, with the switch, right? So that's why it's easy to remember, right? So 13 switch. 14, I put a ring there, right? But for example, the ring is made of gold, that's why I said gold. So it's related. For example, if you're going to get married, you exchange rings, right? Usually a golden ring, right? So I said gold, but it was ring, right? All right, 15 in America, it's a payday. 16 in America, also this is related to candy, right? Sweet candy. 17 is a famous magazine in the United States. 18 is an age that you are allowed to vote in the United States, in my country as well. So when you're 18, you go to get the voting card, and then you can start voting on elections. 19 is if you play golf. So usually a game of golf, you have 19 holes to drop the ball in the hole to win the game. So if you know golf, 19 is a related number. And usually a packet of cigarettes has 20 cigarettes inside of it. So as you can see, I imagine the picture. It's much easier to remember a picture than to remember a word. So our brain works in pictures. Did you ever dream? Do you remember your dreams? Do you guys dream? Yes? So what's your dream look like? Look like images or look like words? How do you remember your dreams? Huh? Images, right? Pictures, not words. So our brain works in images, movies, not in words, abstract. So that's how you can use this knowledge to study better. For example, please think about it. Elephant. Think about an elephant. What pops in your mind? So does the word elephant pops in your mind or the image of an elephant? So when I said elephant, do you see the word in your mind or do you see the image? Image, right? Everybody's the same. So which pop in your mind? The word elephant, okay. You pop the image. Okay, so our brain thinks in pictures, not words. This is how our brain works. We remember pictures. For example, once you get, so you can improve your memory by association, like we did, right? So 1 is 3, right? So once you have down those 20 numbers, you can start using them as peg. What is a peg? For example, peg is a place that you can hang something. For example, there is a peg, right? So maybe you enter to the class, you take your jacket, put it in the peg, right? So it's a place to hang things. Okay, so now you watch the class, now you're going to go home, you go pick up the peg still holding your jacket. Now get your jacket and go home. So when you need it, it's still there in the peg. So those, for example, you memorize those 20 things, right? Now you can use them as pegs. Okay, now I want to remember, I don't know, I want to remember this word. You pick up this word, go there, and put in the peg. Okay? Put the word in the peg. How can you do that? For example, let's say the word is elephant. So now I remember the elephant as word number 1. How can you put the elephant in the peg number 1? Remember, number 1 is what? 3. Number 1 is 3, right? So how can you put the elephant in the 3? For example, how can you, how to make the peg hold what you put in there? So, for example, if you have a glue, right? So put glue in the word elephant and put in the peg. So the glue is going to make the word stay there, right? So the glue is called emotions. So emotions are the glue to be used. So imagine the peg number 1, 3, which is the one thing that you want to remember. Using emotions, like this picture you must create in your mind must be funny, impossible to be true. The more funny or impossible, the better. Try to feel the smell, the sensation, the weight, the taste. The more you can do this, the more you hold the memory. Okay, so how can you do this? For example, this is not unusual, right? So there's a tree who produces elephants. Is that crazy? Yes. So the crazier the better, right? So when you feel like, oh, let's imagine. So you're walking down the tree with elephant. Maybe the elephant is going to drop on you. So what's going to happen if the elephant from the tree drops on you? You're dead, right? The elephant is very heavy. So imagine the craziest picture ever. So remember, the crazier the better, because the emotion is the glue. Okay? So I bet you, for example, you close your eyes and imagine a picture producing elephants. Okay, try to imagine that the elephant's so heavy, maybe it's bending the tree. So the tree is gonna break. Remember, for example, there's a lot of trees start producing a fruit, and the fruits get so heavy, the tree is bending, right? So maybe that's happening. The tree is bending. So 5 elephants in a tree. So maybe the tree is gonna snap. Wow. So imagine those things. The crazier, the better. I bet next week when I come here, okay, do you remember what did we put in the peg, in the tree? I guess you will remember, oh, we put an elephant there. Because it's crazy picture. It's very easy to remember. So you can use this technique to study. So it's amazing how many things you can put in a peg like this. Alright, so for example, maybe you want to remember elephant as number 12, right? So put elephant inside of a box. Maybe it's not number 1 or 12. This is another idea. Okay, so now I'm going to show you something that is very important. Okay, right now you're in university study. You're working your mind. You're young, sharp people because you're here. Not everybody in China is going to university, so you're working your mind. That's a good thing, right? So you want to keep that way. So there is a study, right? Results from a study suggest that people who exercise their minds may protect themselves from declining mental function as they age. Sisters who have better mental health in old age than those who cook and clean in the convent. So they have this place, and the sister who is a teacher. Teacher is basically working your mind, preparing lesson, teaching, right? So the older sister fell asleep on the floor. So who in the old ages? So she was better mentally than people who didn't use their brains, right? So for example, you don't have to be a teacher, but every time keep reading a book until you get old, right? Always learning something new. Exercise your brain if you want to keep lucid. You want to keep your brain healthy, right? Remembering things. People usually in my profession as a teacher, if I work harder until I die, I will probably be lucid. My mind is going to be well all the time because I'm always using it. That's my point. Okay, we're going to give you the break. Okay, don't worry, we're going to give you the break. Just finish here, we're almost finished. So, alright, so let's have a break, and then I will give you some homework, okay? So let's have a break. I'll put here 5 minutes because the bell already rung. So put here 5 minutes again. Okay, 5 minutes break. 5 minutes. Okay, take a look in the screen. Mind mapping is a creative technique that draws on the visual. Remember, your mind works in pictures, visual. So an intuitive thought process that we can often neglect. So when trying to solve a problem, in mind mapping, you sketch your problem or topic and the thoughts that come to mind. The result is a drawing that represents your ideas. So when your mind map is done, you can study it to find new relationships, insights, and ideas. Perhaps a pattern will emerge that can help you with the problem. So what I want to ask you to do as a homework is to draw a mind map, right? So here's an example, right? So let's say I put a picture in the middle. So now we're going to relate, for example, to draw a mind map, follow those steps here, right? So draw a picture or the problem in the middle. So this is a picture. What can you see here? What this picture is about? What is this? Umbrella, right? So maybe the sun is hot. Where are they? Looks like a beach, right? So people are relaxing in a beach, ocean over there. They're taking a vacation, maybe, right? Maybe it's a picture of a couple, right? Together. They're in the island, in the beaches, relaxing, taking a vacation, right? So that's the picture about it, okay? So, okay, draw the picture right in the center, print key words and ideas, connect those words in the center drawing. For example, so when you're going on vacation, maybe you need packing, right? So you can relate vacation with packing. So for example, when you come here to university, you put your luggage, right? Put your packing there, right? Your clothing, right? So when you go on a vacation, you probably do packing. So what is related to packing? So if you pack something, you need to carry, right? So maybe your luggage is heavy. So how can you carry the luggage? How? Maybe you can use a car, right? So, okay, so vacation, packing, car, so maybe not a car, maybe you can go by airplane, it's another car, transportation, airplane is also transportation. So what the idea can you connect to airplane? A lot of people, okay, airplane, what can you connect to airplane? Oh, when I see airplane, maybe fear. A lot of people have a fear to go in airplane. So maybe fear. So this is how you draw a mind map, right? For example, here other idea, vacation, it costs money, right? So maybe instead of using money, you're going to use a travel check. Here, travel check. Oh, sorry. Or for example, money, foreign exchange. Maybe you're going to go to another country, so you need to exchange your money, right? So you cannot use Chinese yuan in Brazil. You have to exchange for real. Okay, for example, here, beach house. So in the beach house, who's going to clean your laundry or who's going to cook, right? So beach is for resting. Maybe you're not going to go to the beach house. Maybe it's a hotel, right? So you have a tour group. So as you can see, you can expand the idea of a vacation. So vacation might be related to many things, right? So this is a mind map. A lot of people, they get together. This is brainstorming. Instead of you doing alone, okay, you sit together. Okay, we have this central idea. So let's connect many things around this idea. Maybe when you're doing this exercise, you find a solution to your problem. So this is a technique to brainstorm, right? Print keywords, connect the ideas to the central drawing. Use color, images, symbols, codes, emphasize important ones. Use associated thinking to come with more ideas and connect them with each other as part of the mind map. So your homework is going to be this, right? So homework, you can take a picture of this, right? Make your mind map in groups of, okay, so you have your groups already, right? So you have your groups, right? So get together, put a brick in the middle, in the center, And then you're gonna draw a map, a mind map, just like this one here, right? So you're gonna draw a mind map like this one here. So we're gonna put a break here, a break. So what the ideas can you connect to a break? And next class, one person, right? So the one drawing the report is gonna give you your homework. One piece of paper for each group. Okay? Any questions? So that's your homework. So next class is next Wednesday, right? So you have today, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then you deliver on Wednesday, right? It's easy, right? Very easy homework. Any questions? For example, the mind map could be look like this, right? For example, I told you, you can use colors, right? So, for example, one word here, colors, right? Another one here. So, different ideas, different colors. You can do the mind map the way you want it. Okay, no problem. So, it could be like this. Remember, the mind map is only one page. Okay, it doesn't need to be big. You can do like this. Alright, so this one is finished. Did you enjoy this topic? Did you enjoy it? This topic? Did you find it useful? Did you enjoy it? Did you find it useful? Yes or no? So it's very useful, right? So, for example, when you learn something new, maybe, okay, if I start to study like the way I learned today, right? Putting things on the peg. So it's a more work. Oh, I need to find pegs. Now I need to put the things on the peg. It's more work than studying. Oh, I'm used to just read it. Simpler, right? So now you have to do this. It's a much more work. Okay, every time you try to do something new, it's going to be, more work. You're not used to do it. But as you start doing it, you become very good. And this is a very much more effective way to use your memory. For example, those things that I used today in the lesson, I remember I was learning those techniques back then. So I learned these 20 things, 20 years ago. I still remember them. So there are things when I use those techniques to work in my memory. Well, I still remember them today. So effective they are. So when you start doing this, it's going to be a second nature. You're going to start remembering better and better. So, and then one day, okay, I don't know how to study all the way. Because I've been doing this for a long time. So it's effective, it's working, and it's easy now. But now that you have to change your ways, maybe it's a little bit more difficult because it's new. But as you keep trying, the new becomes usual, and then you become very good. And then, okay, that's the best way to do it. Okay, so what time do you have until the end of the lesson? So we have 35 minutes. Okay, so now we're going to start using your books. Okay, so finally, right? No, teacher, I thought you were never going to use the book. So we're going to start using your books. Okay, so please open up on the first page. There might be an activity there, right? Okay, is that the first lesson, right? Names. Is that the first one? Names, yeah, names. Okay. So, you might know this already. For me, it's very hard to remember names. Especially in Chinese. So some people have difficulties, right, in remembering names. I am one of them. Very hard, right? So you know this already, right? So for example, when I start making friends, for example, when I create a class group, right, I ask you to send a message, your class code, your name and team, and then your university number. Change your name here, right? You can reject because in Chinese I would never know. I see a Chinese right written here. Oh, I don't know, right? So, for example, I do a few things to try to remember you better. For example, when I make a new friend in the canteen, so for example, when I open here a contact, right? For example, usually, so when I add a new person, the name is in Chinese. I don't read Chinese. So they don't use your picture. For example, most of you here don't use your own picture, right? So I open the picture, it's a cartoon, it's a dog, it's an idol. That's not helping. Not helping to remember you, right? So no picture, no name in Chinese, very hard, right? So, but there are people who actually are very good at names. And this is a very good thing that you can do. Because, for example, if you remember people's names, they feel more important, they will like you more. So if you can remember names, that would be much nicer, right? All right, so let's talk about names. So I will play a small clip here, right? So a small clip. So, for example, we're going to be listening CD11. So listen to people talking about their names. Underline the 4 names you hear for each person. Okay, so let's go. Which one? This one? The other one?
New Inside Out, pre-intermediate.
Hi, I'm Marie.
Hi Marie, my name's Benjamin, but nobody calls me Benjamin. Well, my parents do, but my friends call me Ben.
Ben. That's nice.
Thanks. Actually, my old friends call me Tree.
Tree? Why?
Well, as you can see, I'm very tall.
Oh, my friends call me lots of different names.
Really?
Yes, my mum's French and my dad's English. So I've got English and French friends. And they call me different things.
What do your French friends call you?
They use my full name, Anne-Marie.
And your English friends?
They just call me Marie. Some of them call me Marie Antoinette.
Marie Antoinette? Oh dear.
Well, it could be worse. My brother calls me Baby because I'm the youngest in the family.
That's not so bad. My sisters call me Big Ben.
Oh no.
Okay, so what are the 4 names that
Aunt.
we use for
Boyfriend. Brother. New Inside Out,
Do you want to hear again? For example, they use 4 names, they left one out. So which one they left out? So for example, the men, you hear 4 of them. So which one you did not hear? The same is going to happen for the woman, right? She's going to tell, oh, they call me 4 names. 1, 2, 3, 4. There one, there will not call her. So which one, huh? Mimi, yes. So she didn't say Mimi. She said Marie, Anne-Marie, Marie Antoinette, Baby. But she didn't say Mimi. Okay, what's for the man? Which one is left out? Benjamin, yes. So they call me Benjamin, some friends call me Ben, Tree, Big Ben, but no Benji, right? So here's the answer, right? So Benji and Mimi. Alright, did everyone got that?
Intermediate.
Hi, I'm Marie.
Hi Marie, my name's Benjamin, but nobody calls me Benjamin. Well, my parents do, but my friends call me Ben.
Ben. That's nice.
Thanks. Actually, my old friends call me Tree.
Tree? Why?
Well, as you can see, I'm very tall.
My friends call me lots of different names.
Really?
Yes, my mum's French and my dad's English, so I've got English and French friends, and they call me different things.
What do your French friends call you?
They use my full name, Anne-Marie.
And your English friends?
They just call me Marie. Some of them call me Marie Antoinette.
Marie Antoinette? Oh dear.
Well, it could be worse. My brother calls me baby because I'm the youngest in the family.
That's not so bad. My sisters call me Big Ben.
Ha ha. Oh no.
Okay, so now let's go to activity number 2. Complete the sentences. Complete the sentences with the following words, right? So I'll give you 30 seconds, 1 minute, right? So complete the sentence maybe in your book there, or you can use the screen, right? So for example, I'm using the word here, parents, for the first one, right? His parents call him Benjamin. So number 2, his what? Call him Tree. So do you want to listen again? Because for example, okay, let's listen again. So it's going to help you to complete this list here, okay? So let's listen again.
Can I help you?
A.
A striped woolen hat.
New Inside Out, pre-intermediate.
Hi, I'm Marie.
Hi Marie. My name's Benjamin, but nobody calls me Benjamin. Well, my parents do, but my friends call me Ben.
Ben. That's nice.
Thanks. Actually, my old friends call me Tree.
Tree? Why?
Well, as you can see, I'm very tall.
My friends call me lots of different names.
Really?
Yes, my mum's French and my dad's English, so I've got English and French friends, and they call me different things.
What do your French friends call you?
They use my full name, Anne-Marie.
And your English friends?
They just call me Marie. Some of them call me Marie Antoinette.
Marie Antoinette? Oh dear.
Well, it could be worse. My brother calls me baby because I'm the youngest in the family.
That's not so bad. My sisters call me Big Ben.
Ha ha. Oh no.
So did you get that, or did you listen again? Huh? You need to listen again? No, okay, let's check the answer. Okay, letter B. His So his old friends, correct. So letter C. His sisters, right? Call him. Okay, letter D. Her French friends. Call her Anne-Marie. Do you know who Anne-Marie is? Huh? So he's very famous in French, right? He's maybe one of the king twins there, right? All right. Letter E. Her English friends. Call her Marie. And F. Her brother, right? So her brother. Okay, her brother, call her baby. Okay. So tell a partner the names that people call you. So for example, when you're young, your name, for example, when you're young, maybe you have a nickname, right? So I want you to talk to somebody just on your side, right? So talk to your partner. So here in this class, you're going to have a lot of practice, right? So we're going to learn something, a topic, then you have to discuss a little bit, and then I'll come to you and ask you, okay, so what did you get from your partner? So I'm going to give you 1 minute. Talk to your partner. For example, when I was young, I have a nickname that I didn't like it. So you probably will not understand because it's in Portuguese. Now, my nickname was Tripa. So it means nothing to you because Tripa is a Portuguese word, okay? So I didn't like it. So I'm glad that at some point in time when I grow up, they dropped it. But that was the nickname they called me. So if I was talking to a partner, so did you have a nickname when you were growing up? Yes, what is the nicknames? How did they call you? Okay, I'll give you 1 minute, talk to each other, and then I'll come to you, okay. So did she have a nickname? So did you ask her? Did you find out? So find out from each other, right? Work together, you and her, maybe you and him, and then you and her. Okay, find a partner. Practice now, 1 minute. Find if your partner has a nickname. Go ahead. I see you're not talking. Now's the time to talk to a partner. Please talk to your partner. Find if they have a nickname, right? So tell a partner the names that people call you. So maybe they call you today, or maybe when you're young, whatever. Go ahead, talk to your partner. You two, get together. Ask them if they have a nickname when they're together. So we're going to have a hard time if you don't practice, because in this book, so we're going to have a lot of exercises like these. We're going to talk about names. Now we have to do working partners. Right? Go ahead. So you two here, right, get together. Ask her, ask each other, right? Working partner, if she has a nickname or not. Okay, are you done? Okay. Okay. Anyone wants to be a volunteer? Did you talk to someone? Did you talk to someone? No? Okay, did you talk to her? Did you talk to someone? Okay, 1 more minute, okay? Nobody's talking to anyone. Okay, 1 more minute to find out anyone. Find a partner. Talk to them. What's your name? How did they call you? So you can come up. They called me by my name. They called me by nickname. For example, we saw here, right? So Ben, like here, right? We saw Ben. Ben have 5 ways people call him. They call him Benjamin. They call him Ben. They call him Reed. They call him Big Ben, right? So I know at least that people call you by your name, but they call you by something else, maybe. Right? Find out. Okay, I'm gonna give you 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. Right here. Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute is too much. Why don't we do 1 minute? Okay, 1 minute. Okay, let's see. So what do you find about your partner? How do they call him? You tell me. How do they call him? For example, you talk to each other, right? So I'm asking you about him, and I'm asking you about him. So what? Okay.
I call him brother.
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 Do they have what is his first name?
You can call me brother.
Okay, and then there was a do you know his name? Do you know his name? You don't know his name. You call him brother.
It's not a image.
Shoot? Yeah. Yeah, brother. Brother shoot.
Yes, yes.
Okay, how do you spell it? How do you spell it? Shuna. Shuna.
It's with
Brother
brother.
Shuna. Brother Shuna.
Yes.
Is any other way you call him? Is there other way to call him? What's the other way? Okay, let's see. Does anyone want to be a volunteer? Anyone? No volunteer? Okay, I'll be asking. Okay, so did you find something about her? Xiao Yan. Okay, that's how you call. Does she have other names? Hong Xiao Yan and Hong Xiao Yan. Okay, two names. Does she have another one? No? Does she have a nickname? No? Okay, just Xiao Yan and Ho Xiao Yan. Okay, what did you find about her? Huh? Xiao Yan. Is there any other way? Any other names? Huh? Ni? Ni Sao? Ni Hao Ni? Okay. So why are you laughing? My pronunciation is too bad? Okay, let's try here. Let's try here. So did you find something about your friends here? Okay, who you talk to? Her? Oh, the three. Okay, so tell me about her name. Ring. Oh, Ring. Okay, so she has an English name. Ring and then a Chinese name. Okay, two names, right? Chinese name, English name. Does she have a nickname? Oh, do you know her nickname? Okay, now who did you talk to? Who did you talk to? Okay, tell me her name. Huh? Sure. Okay, does she have an English name? No? Does she have a nickname? Okay. Do you guys know what nickname is? What's the difference between name and nickname? What's the difference between name and nickname? So name is when you go, name is your name, right? So register in the civil office. But sometimes people have big names. They call you just a nick, short name for easy, right? For example, my wife's name when I was married, her full name was Juliana Jurema Algarte Gameiro. 4 names. So I call her Ju. That's her nickname, Ju. Right? So instead of, hello, Juliana Algarte Gameiro. No, I don't be saying her name, oh, Ju. That's a nickname. For example, Ju is the first syllable. Maybe your nickname has nothing to do with your name. For example, I have a cousin, right? So, for example, my brother, his name is Roberto. So his nickname is Fu. Fu. Nickname. This is how we call him, Fu. So I told you, my nickname, Tripa. I didn't like this one. So today they don't call me Tripa anymore, right? So, okay, one more student. Okay, let's see here. What did you find out about your classmate? What did you find out? Huh? Does she have what's her name? Huh? Okay, does she have a nickname? No? Does she have an English name? No? She only has one name? One name? Okay. All right. So let's read those things together. All right? So let's start here. Can you read the first one? Can you read the first one? Let's read, right? So the first one, aunt, boyfriend, brother, brother-in-law, cousin. Okay, for example, she's going to read and then going to repeat because you have to get the pronunciation right. So this is also a speaking class, right? For example, cousin. Can everybody say cousin? Cousin. Okay, next. Huh? Daughter. Daughter. Everybody say daughter. Daughter. Okay, next. Father. Everybody say father.
Father.
Okay, so here, you're next. You're next. Father after father. Girlfriend. Everybody say girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
Okay. Grandfather.
Grandfather.
Okay. Here.
Grandmother.
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 Okay, everybody repeat after. Okay, your turn.
Half brother.
Half brother.
Half brother.
Half sister.
Half sister.
Mother.
Mother.
Your turn. Niece. Nice. For example, are you nice to me? For example, oh, I have my nice. No. So, for example, that's one. It's not your fault. That's okay. That's we're here, right? Learning, right? Niece. Okay. Everybody say niece.
Niece.
Okay. Next. Huh? Nephew. Everybody. Nephew.
Nephew.
Sister.
Sister.
Sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law.
Huh? Son. Not soon. Not soon. Son. For example, I have two sons, right? Son. Okay.
Son.
Stepfather. Okay.
Father.
Okay. Your turn. Stepmother.
Stepmother.
Okay. You're the last one. Huh? Uncle.
Uncle.
Okay, uncle. Okay. All right. So here is maybe a family tree, right? So let's say you're here. You're here. Who is this person? For example, you're here, me, right? You are here, me. So who is this person? Your brother, yes. Who is this person?
Sister.
Sister, right? So, for example, who is this person? Dad or? You're here. This is your father. Dad is another way to call father, okay? Dad and father are synonyms. Okay, father. Who is this person here?
Mother.
Mother, right? Usually this is a short way to call mother, okay? You say mom. But mother is the full thing, right? Okay. So for example, mother has a brother. So the father has a sister. Who is this person? Grandmother. Who is this person?
Grandfather.
So their grandmother, father in the side of your father, right? Because you usually have two grandfathers, right, and two grandmothers, right? So one is on the side of your father, the other one is on the side of your mother. Okay. So now let's say you're here, right? Your sister gets married. So who is this person? Yes. Brother, what? In-law, yes. For example, marriage is when you make an agreement by the law. When you go to the office, you sign a paper, now you're my husband. So in law, you get married. So he is your brother-in-law. Now your sister and brother-in-law, they have babies, right? So for example, you're here. So who is this baby for you? It's a man. It's a boy. Nephew, yes. This is your nephew. Okay. Okay. Okay, no girl here, but if they have a daughter, so the daughter would be what? Niece. Okay, is there anything else here? Okay, for example, now let's say you're here.
You're here.
So, for example, this would be your son, daughter, right? So now your son have a baby. So who is the baby for you? Grandson. For example, if they have a daughter, so granddaughter. Okay. Now somebody get divorced, like me, right? I'm divorced. For example, my wife got married already. So she divorced me, she gets married to another man. They didn't have another baby, but if they had another baby, right? So if they had another baby, for example, I have 2 boys with my ex-wife. So Bernardo and Isaac, they're my son, they're my ex-wife's son too. But now my ex-wife married another man and she has another son. So what this son would be to my brothers? They have the same mother, but a different father. Do you understand? For example, I am here, right? So she divorced me, and now she marries another man. The other man is divorced, right? So now they have a daughter. So this daughter is their what? Half sister, yes, half sister, because they have the same mother but not the same father. All right. So if they have a son instead of a daughter, how do you call it? If they had a son, not a daughter, do you call them half brother, right? All right. So. Yeah, I put it here, right? Half sister. Okay. For example, half sister is when you have the same one parent and the other parents. Okay. The same. She has the same father as you, but not the same mother, so it's half sister. Okay. For example, now that she, for example, let's say I'm here. My wife divorced me. She marries another man who has kids already. So that's true. So the man that she marries has 3 kids. So those 3 kids, what do they become to my kids? For example, here's my son, right? So my son, this is my son, and she's also the mother. But she divorced me and she married another man who has kids. So those kids from the other man, who are they to my son? They're not half, because their son, they not belong to my ex-wife, they not belong to me. So who are they to my son? They're my step-brother. Yeah. Do you understand the difference between step-brother and half-brother? Half-brother, one of the parents is their real parent. None of them are their parents. They bring from another family. So for example, if I married a girl who has kids, those kids would be step to my kids. If I have a son with her, they're going to be half-brother. But no, she already came with those kids. I didn't make them with her. So they're step. Do you understand the difference? Yes? You want me to explain again? Alright? Is that clear? Alright. Okay, so now I want you to complete the table with exercise number 1. Where possible, add the first name of a person from your family as an example. For example, is there a table, right? So is there a table in your book? Table? So this table here, right? So you're gonna tell me if they are, for example, we saw those names, right? Aunt, boyfriend, are they male or are they female? For example, okay. Can you do that? For example, the first one here, boyfriend, right? So they're male. So, for example, do you have a boyfriend? No. The next one, brother, right? So brother is male. You put it here, not there, right? So brother goes in this column. Brother is a male. So do you have a brother? If you have a brother, put his name on it. For example, I do have a brother. I have a Roberto and I have Glauco. So if I was doing this exercise, I put okay, brother, Roberto, and Glauco. Okay, next one here, for example, aunt, right? Aunt. So aunt is a male or female? Female. So do you have an aunt? Yes? Put her name here. Put the name of one of your aunts. Okay, okay, go ahead, do the exercise. I'll give you time, so do the exercise. Go to the list, right? So you have the list here. All these names in here, put them here, right? So aunt is a female, boyfriend is a male. Do you have a boyfriend? Put the names here. So brother-in-law, do you have brother-in-law? So put in the columns and tell me if you have a brother-in-law, put his name on it. So the reason I'm using the PPT is because if you don't read your book, you still can do the exercise because you can see this. Understand? So if you don't have the book, you still can do it because you can see the screen. So 4 years ago, I was using this book. Many students didn't bring the book to class, so I made the PPT. So it's nice. I kept the PPT, I still have it, so it's nice. So if you don't have the book, you still can do the exercise, right? You can get a piece of paper and then put in the right column. So I'm going to give you a few moments. Okay, so we're going to finish this next class. So this is not a homework. Homework is the mind map. But it will be nice if you come back next class with this done. Okay? So we're going to check the answers next class. So if I were you, do it, right? So next class you come here with all the answers. We're going to check the answers. But remember, this is not the homework. The homework is the mind map. Did you take pictures? Right? Bell, see you next week. Hello. Are you the next teacher?
Yes.
Okay. So bye-bye. See you.